Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I am super grateful to have you. And if you are returning, y'all the real MVP, you already know. I just want to say first off, for those of you guys who don't want to hear what I have to say here in the beginning, go ahead and drop down to the pinned comments. There is going to be a timestamp for you guys there. But for those of you guys who want to stick around here with me for a quick second, let me say a very big thank you. Let me show you why right here. Can you see that? Can you see that? No? Let me make it bigger for you. You guys, we hit 1,000 freaking subs. Are you joking right now? I am so incredibly grateful. I'm so incredibly excited. I never, ever, I say this all the time, I never thought that I would get anywhere with my channel. So to see 1,000 subs just blows my mind, as well as the most viewed video being over 8,000 views right now. Like, I am beyond grateful every single day that I see those numbers, that I see the comments and the interactions and everything. I love you guys so very much. Okay, so stick around. At the end, I'm going to tell you guys about a little giveaway I'm going to do for 1,000 subs. Okay, and if you guys hear munching and crunching and little baby noises, I do have my baby child here with me. You guys already know what it is. I'm not even going to be worried about it anymore. So today we're going to be talking about a beautiful gift that came to me from Frank for my birthday. So you guys already know Frank has gifted me something before for the channel. I cannot remember off the top of my head what it is, and I just got a new phone, so I can't like go through and try to find it anymore. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna keep going. So I am gonna be shutting down my gift wish list for a little bit because we are moving, so I'm gonna wait for a few weeks until I get settled in the new place to update the address, just so you guys know. I doubt it's gonna really matter much, but just so you guys know, there's that. But we are going to be looking at today is the Tarot of the Divine. So if you guys have been following me on Instagram and TikTok, you already know, you've already seen it, you already know all about it. And yeah, I have had time to actually get to know this deck in the time that it's taken me to get this video up. You guys know I had a trillion and one problems before even shooting this video, so I'm glad I got to know the deck. I am, because it helped me a little bit to kind of formulate more than just like a first glance opinion when it comes to this deck. So I'm so very grateful to Frank for this deck. This is one of the most popular decks up there with the Lightseers, and this one is just always raved about. The artwork off just the box never spoke to me, so I never went out of my way to get it, but I also never went out of my way to look at it. So this is what I love about having a wish list, is that you guys send me things that you think I'm gonna love, and 10 times out of 10 I really do love them, not only just because you guys sent them to me, but because it's like you guys take the time to either look at this deck or get to know it or watch reviews or whatever, just things that I wouldn't look at. So this one, like I said, it's raved about endlessly all the time, so I'm so glad that I finally have it in my hands to show you guys. And let's go ahead, you guys already know, in like Star Sparrow Tarot fashion, let's go ahead and look at the box first. So this one is actually a really hardy box, and I'm very happy about that. This came right after I happened to pack all of my tarot deck boxes though, so this one's going to be left out of its friends for a little while. But this one opens like this, instead of like this or like this, and inside you do have this teeny tiny little book. I have been informed there is another book, so I feel like much like the Deviant Moon Tarot or the Llewellyns, how they have a bigger book that they want you to like separately purchase. That's what this one is going to be about, but this one actually did come with a little book, unlike the Deviant Moon Tarot and the like mini Llewellyns. This one does have a tiny little introduction book, so I'm very happy about that because of how many characters are in this deck. Okay, so let's go ahead and take just a quick little run through the book. I do love that they made this beginner friendly. So in the beginning, I don't ever know if you guys can see these things. I apologize if you can't. But it does have a little introduction about how to read tarot, what the deck was created for, what the suits mean, what the numbers mean, upright and reversed, spreads. There is a 1-card spread and a 3-card spread, so thank you very much for including that. You guys already know from my what's that deck called? Tarot tutorial deck. I was a little upset that there were no like beginner friendly spreads in there. So you have the 1 card spread, the 3 card spread, the 5 card spread, and then it looks like a simple interpretation to kind of give an explanation there about that. And the rest of this book is just explaining who the characters are and a very tiny like divinatory meaning, and they do have upright and reversed for all of these cards as well. So that's what that looks like. Again, sorry if you guys can't really see it. I just can't quite tell from my angle. But each of these cards, if you guys are not aware, each of the characters on these cards do represent a character from a like fairy tale or folk legend in, you know, countries all around the world. So I really love that they take the time to show you each of these cards. Yes, it does go through every single card, and it does look the same all the way through, so they don't like skimp you on color when it comes to the minors or anything. It's very consistent all the way through. They do tell you at the top here what the name is of that character and like where the origin country of that folk legend is. And then, like I said, it's a small, you know, explanation, divinatory message, upright, reversed. So very, very, very beginner friendly little book. I really love when people do that, even if it's just so tiny and simple like that. It really does make a huge difference to someone who doesn't quite know what they're doing yet, or, you know, just has a Rider-Waite deck and a Rider-Waite book or something like that. I feel like most decks should have that, even if it's just that tiny and that simple. You know, just here's a 1 card thread, here's a 1 card spread, here's a 3 card spread, here's what upright and reverse means, and here's how you can interpret it. Like that, to me, is beautiful. Mark of a great deck right there, especially considering that the box is so beautiful. You can repurpose the box if you choose to. You guys already know I keep them for display, but I love, love, love when all of the bits and bobs of a deck come together like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the deck. If you guys have not already seen my walkthrough, I will link it below. I did it maybe a week or 2 ago when I got the deck. So you guys probably already know what it looks like. You probably already saw kind of a little bit of my opinion on it. But here is the back of the deck. As you can see, we have this very stunning colorway here with the blues. I love this. Oh my goodness, I love this. The teals, the dark blues, like it's not even black. It just goes from, you know, light teal to dark teal to super dark. It's stunning. And you know, I've already mixed up this deck. As I said, I've had a lot of time to play with it. So I really try not to mix up the cards until I do a review, right? But I didn't know how long it was gonna take me to get this review out. So as you guys can see, these are incredible vibrant colors. Oh my goodness, it looks like these might have all been hand painted. When you look at just the tiny details of like the sun, it looks like there's brush strokes. Like these are incredible. So I don't know anything about the artist or the inception of this deck or anything. Like I said, I never looked into it, and I know usually I try my best to, you know, research the decks a little bit so I can give you guys kind of a rundown of the decks. But like I said, I'm moving, I have a whole lot of things going on, so I'm just appreciating the deck for what it is right now. So I'm sure some of you guys know more about this deck than I do at the moment, about the artwork or the artist or whatever. I know that this Yoshitani is a big name. A lot of people talk about it. Again, it's just one of those things I kind of just, I don't know it. I just kind of keep going. So I apologize if that's kind of offensive to anybody who's like really all about this deck. I don't have time at the moment, I'm sorry. But I do want to say my favorite allure of this deck is that the cardstock is linen. So if you guys do not know what linen cardstock is, let's see if you can see it. I know you can see it really well on my walkthrough. There's kind of like a stippling. You can see it. There's kind of like a pattern, which is actually a texture. And linen cardstock is most commonly seen on playing cards. Regular, I don't know the brand, bicycle. Regular bicycle playing cards are usually linen, so it's not like super glossy, as you can kind of tell there with the light. It's just a very soft, like matte kind of gloss. But these cards are very sturdy, very visibly thick. Look at that. Very visibly thick. And the I just know, I know in my heart and my soul, these cards are gonna stand the test of time. Let me know in the comments if you guys have this deck, how long you've had this deck, how it stood up for you, and let me know if you had to buy another one out of like fraying or anything, or if you just bought another one because you love this deck so much, right? I'm really genuinely curious because I've never had a linen deck like this other than playing cards, and I know how playing cards can get, but it does take a very long time to fray playing cards. It really does. So I have been shuffling through this deck a whole lot in my spare time, doing a lot of bonding with it, and I just really love this deck. I'm so obsessed with it. And the only cardstock I can say out of the 45, 50, whatever, how many ever decks I have, I'd say the only other deck that I love the cardstock just as much, not saying they are comparable, okay? I'm not saying they are the same cardstock. I'm saying I love the cardstock just as much as I love this cardstock, is the original full-size Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I love shuffling that deck. Not sure why. I don't know what kind of goodness they put in that cardstock, but I love it. It's my favorite deck to shuffle through. Just is. This is probably my second favorite. The only downside to this is I cannot shuffle this deck as a whole. I can shuffle the full-size Rider-Waite-Smith as a whole. I'm not sure if this is like slightly thicker than the Rider-Waite-Smith, probably because it's linen, but if you see when you split it, I can't bend it, I can't shuffle it as a whole. So this is one of those decks where I do have to shuffle the halves individually as two separate decks, and then, split them, mix them up, shuffle them as two separate decks. I'm not the type of person that really cares. It's not a big deal to me because I spend so much time shuffling anyways. The least I can do is give it a good shuffle and not be irritated shuffling it, right? I hear this all the time when I tell people to just split your deck and shuffle it as two different decks. People constantly tell me I don't want to do that. That's so annoying. That takes so much more time. I really think that tarot is a practice of patience, and it is a practice of self-growth, and it is a practice of introspection. And if you are the type of person that doesn't have the patience to even shuffle your deck adequately, I don't know that you should be doing tarot at the moment. Personal opinion, unpopular opinion. Have at it. Shuffle your deck the way that you want. But like I said, that's just, to me, more efficient to shuffle it in halves, and it gives me more time to bond with the deck. I've done quite a few videos on how to bond with your deck, and I think that one of my biggest bonding methods is just shuffling, just flipping through it, looking at each card individually, spending really good quality time with each card, whether it flies out or whether you're doing it one card pull at a time, or you're just doing it the second you get the deck and you're bonding with each card, day by day, or 3 cards a day, or what have you. I think that shuffling time, flip through time, and just touching is a great way to get to know your deck. So I will always advocate for the over shuffling of your deck. I don't believe that you can over shuffle your deck. I don't believe that you can spend too much time shuffling, and I feel like it's only going to help you in the long run as a reader to spend extensive time learning how you prefer to shuffle, practicing shuffling, and like I said, it's only going to bond you with your deck more. So I do apologize that I don't have more to say about this deck. This is one of those ones where I don't have anything to really pick apart about it, other than the fact that I can't shuffle the deck as a whole. That's kind of just a me problem, right? I have tiny hands, so I work around it. But this is one of those decks I would recommend 10 out of 10. Great beginner book, great box, great deck, great cardstock, great imagery, great colors, great everything inside and out. And the fact that these are like folk legend imagery, it really gives it an extra added layer of kind of spirit, if you will, to this deck. I feel like it really adds extra dimensions on top of the already multi-dimensionality of a deck. So like I said, I'm loving the time that I'm spending with this deck. And sometimes I do get a deck and I just love it so much, and then after a couple weeks, I'm kind of over it, right? I don't think that's going to happen with this deck. I think this one's going to be timeless, like my Rider-Waite-Smith, my, you know, multiple Rider-Waite-Smiths, my Lightseers. I feel like it's just going to be one of those timeless favorites. So if you guys don't have this deck and you've been on the fence about it, I don't think you're going to be disappointed getting it. Boo boo, I don't. I think you're going to have a fantastic time with it. And I did look at the price tag. It's not a hefty price. It is one of those under $30 decks. I'm very surprised because of the amazing quality of the box and the cardstock. I did think it was going to be upwards of $30. So I don't have nothing bad to say about this deck, guys. I don't. I know sometimes I have longer reviews when I do have things to nitpick about and, you know, jumping off points for conversation, but I don't. 10 out of 10. Fantastic deck. Thank you, Frick, for bringing me this beautiful, beautiful deck into my life, and I'm just so grateful. That was such a beautiful birthday present. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys really quickly about the giveaway that I want to do for you guys. Please understand this is going to take a little while for this giveaway to like get rolling, but it is going to be my 1,000 subs giveaway. So I am moving in the next week or so I don't expect to get this project started, and I may potentially be starting a job as well. So this may be something that stays on the back burner. So the best way you are going to be able to keep up with information about this giveaway is going to be Instagram, TikTok, and, you know, if you're not already subscribed on YouTube, that's going to help a lot. Just whatever you can do to keep up with notifications. I don't really update things like that on Twitter or Facebook. Those are just kind of places to share my videos as they come out. So as you guys see, I do have this lovely background here. This is a very big background. I had to get a bigger one because the one I had initially was very small and only fit the frame, and it was constantly coming up at the sides over here. So I did give the smaller one to my friend Katie so she can use it to take pictures for her candles or whatever she wanted to use it for at the time. But this big one is actually going to be going away because we are moving. My mom has a really big picture in the living room. You guys have seen it if you've seen my like Deviant Moon Tarot video. I've had a couple of videos on the couch in the living room. There is a big picture behind me. I have also seen it on Bahati Life's channel, and it's like a big tree with a bridge, and it's like foggy and everything. My mom wants to get rid of it, and I love that picture so much. So I'm going to be using that as my background now when we move into the new house. So what I want to do with this guy here is turn this into tarot bags because it's a really nice thin polyester texture. I can work with it on my sewing machine. So it's going to take me a little bit to figure out, like, measure everything, see how many tarot bags I can get out of this. I assume I can get 10 to 20. So like I said, stay updated. I will probably make a video when I figure out the logistics of this giveaway because if I can make more than 20, I'll probably give away about 10 and then sell the rest on my site, on my shop. So if you guys are interested in that, this is a really big, like, you guys don't ever get to see the extent of this, but there's so much color in this. The edges of it are very dark, and if you see my older videos where I had the smaller version of this, you can see kind of the entire picture. But I really love this. I just don't want to use it anymore for anything. After a couple months, I'm kind of over the background. So I feel like that would be a fun giveaway for 1,000 views, 1,000 subs, for those of you guys who have been around with me for a little while, to have a nice little tarot deck made out of my background. I love it. I love it so much. So of course I will keep one for myself, as I do with all of my tarot bag designs. And if you guys are at all interested in any of my wire wrapped crystals or my tarot bags, or, you know, my protection jewelry or anything, you guys already know you can always find my Etsy link in the link tree in the description box. So all of my codes, all of my links, everything is down there now. So like Katie's 3E Candle Co. coupon that I used to have, that link code is down there. All of my wish lists, everything that I used to have in the description box is now in the link tree. Okay, so it's just nice and compressed. So I want to say thank you guys so very much for like hanging in there with me. Thank you for all of the like love and well wishes and all of the support that I have gotten lately. I've been going through a very rough time, and that's why I've been kind of quiet, and, you know, I haven't been making videos much. I haven't found the energy to make videos much. So It means a whole lot to me, those of you guys who do follow me on Instagram and TikTok and do reach out to me and do talk to me and things like that. It's always, you know, so amazing to see that you guys are with me on this journey. And, you know, to have gotten 1,000 subs in a little over a year is such a crazy blessing. So, I don't know if I'm supposed to have a goal after this, 3K, 5K, 10K, I don't know. I didn't even have a 1K goal. I was just wanting to make videos about my tarot journey and bring you guys along. So we'll see what the future holds. Like I said, stay updated with me on Instagram and on TikTok at Sparrow Tarot. If you guys want to get updates about my Etsy shop, you guys can either favorite the shop on Etsy and you'll see all of the brand new products as they are added, or you can follow my Instagram for my Etsy shop, which is Sparrow Co. with underscores in between each word. I do update all of the new projects as I am making them so that you guys can see them somewhere. So I really hope that wherever you guys are when you it takes so long to remember this outro every time. I'm just gonna say have a beautiful, wonderful day, my friends, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Namaste.